Hello, this is a special request video for my good friend Jakluk4. I noticed that she mentioned that she never was arrested for anything. Well, that's certainly good, and I certainly wouldn't want anybody to be arrested for anything, but I will say this, that I did spend the night in jail at a touristy city somewhere, which I will not name, but I was arrested. I spent the night, and the charges against me were drunken disorderly conduct. And in the papers where the officer recorded my arrest, it stated that I was unable to provide the officer answers to any of his questions. I guess the implication being that I was so drunk that I could not do so. And since I have no memory of that, the arresting part, I can only guess that that's true. Well, the charges were subsequently dropped, but that was quite an experience, let me tell you. A night in the drunk tank. I could say this, that for the second thing is that I've always, at least for a long time now, I've questioned things. I can't say always, because I used to believe whatever people told me when I was younger, and naively followed, the media or whoever it was the gatekeepers of information, that came to me. I just believed it, and as far as being woken up, or whatever you want to call it, I've been questioning things for years. And, I've been on the internet and been actively involved in, what you might want to call alternative research or conspiracy theory, if you're of that bent of mind, for at least 12, 13 years. So, I've been around this subject for quite some time, so I have a great deal of familiarity with it. And number three, something that some people might find very, very unusual about me is that I used to be a Christian, and a very outspoken one at that. I was what you might want to call a holy roller for a while. Very vocal about what I believed, and trying to, tell other people what they needed to do to be saved and all that other kind of good stuff. But I just reached a point in my life where that no longer had any meaning for me. And it really was just like waking up one day and realizing that all of that was a big fat lie. Now, I do have my own personal beliefs right now, and that is that whatever anybody wants to believe is fine with me. If it works for you, that's great. I don't care what you believe. I try not to, come out against anybody's beliefs or talk about faith or any of those issues that are very personal things that really can't be argued against, because what's true in your mind cannot be refuted in someone else's. That's my particular take on things. I'm not a Christian anymore, but I don't disparage those who want to believe. But yes, I used to be a very vocal Christian at one point in time. But quite literally woke up one day and realized that it had absolutely nothing for me. Number four, I am one of those geeks or dorks, whichever word is the one to describe it better, who can quote whole lines from particular movies that I've seen many times. There are a lot of movies that I've watched many times over and over again. I mean, you can look at my profile page and see some of them there, that I can quote, whole pieces of dialogue between characters. Yes, I know, it's dorky and nerdy, but I can do that. And the last thing that I wanted to say is probably something that some of you have been able to gather by looking at my channel, and also by things that I've done, in the past, is that I'm a huge fan of Monty Python's Flying Circus, and I'm also a huge fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000. both of which you can find a lot of clips of here on YouTube, which I'm very grateful for, because anytime I need a laugh, I can always go back and look at that. I think Monty Python's Flying Circus is one of the greatest comedy groups to make TV ever, in my view. And their material is consistently funny, and it's still funny today, 30 years, 40 years later. So, I just love them, and I think they're great. And Mystery Science Theater 3000, if you're not familiar with that, that's the one where you have the guy and the two robots who are watching the movie, and you watch them watching the movie, and they make fun of the movie while they're watching it. Absolutely hilarious. On for many years on Comedy Central, and you can find it here on YouTube. And I'll tell you what, it's just really, really funny. And if you get to start watching them, I think you'll find that they're just incredibly funny, and you'll enjoy them as much as I do, hopefully. So there you have it. Five things about me at the special request of my friend Jakluk4. Thank you. Good night.